Hey ladies, it is so amazing to see all these gorgeous faces showing up. Hi everyone. Hi, I know you guys are all logging in from so many different places. It's just so incredible to know where most of you are tuning in from, and yet no idea where some of you are tuning in from, but I know you're all spread out throughout the world. I know we've got people from the UK on this call. We've got people in Australia. We've got loads of girls in New Zealand. 25 people showing up. This is so exciting. You'll begin to understand why we find so much joy in this from our first Project Free the Best You call. So myself and the girls are beyond excited to share with you this evening what we've been working so hard on creating for the last month or 6 weeks or so, and really been formulating since back in March last year, which we've just been creating and recreating. So all of you guys that are just jumping on, it's amazing to see you. And those of you that aren't putting babies to bed and running around at this crazy hour, would love if you just pop your camera on. It's just so amazing to connect with you and see your faces. A little bit scary at the same time, but you know, we've got to jump into these things feet first. So this evening, we're just so grateful to share your time with you. So thank you all for showing up and being on time. We're going to share with you what we are creating to be something really huge for 2018. Myself, Bianca, Sarah and Rachel are just super excited to bring to you the Project Free the Best You curriculum that has really been designed to see you cruise through with pure ease through 2018 and really annihilate some of your financial goals that I know so many of us have had one-on-one conversations about, levels of contribution that you're just ready to step into with service to others, and also in service to yourself. And so what we're going to bring to you this evening is a huge opportunity that we are looking to link arms with those people that are ready right now to really get into this. And for those of you that aren't, there's still going to be plenty of other opportunities throughout the year as well, which we'll touch on as we move through. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to the beautiful Bianca, who's going to share a bit more with you about our vision.
Hey ladies, thanks Coz. I was actually just getting really choked up when you were talking because I feel like this has just been like such a work in progress for so long, and I'm so excited to see far out. I didn't think I'd feel this emotional, but I feel so excited to see 39 of you on this call. We've been working so hard over the last few months to really create something for you girls, because over the last 3 years, we have been on a journey in network marketing, and it's fundamentally changed all of our lives. It really has. And we have created some beautiful success inside of this phenomenal industry. And we have literally found our best friends and our soul sisters in this industry. And we just adore it. We love it so much. And the reason where the emotion comes from, and I guess the passion comes from, is because we just want this gift for you guys so bad. We want you to realize your dreams inside of the network marketing industry the way that we have so bad. And so where the Free the Best You mission and vision has really been born from is wanting to create something for you that you can just sink your teeth into and really grab hold of and use as direction for you moving forward to be able to actually create those dreams for yourself. Because we understand that currently, as it stands, the idea of success in network marketing is amazing, and we love the idea of it, but there's something missing, and that missing is the ability of how do we turn that idea, what action do we need to take to actually have that be a reality. And so it's been so hot in our heart to create something for you, literally a step-by-step guide, a process that you can follow, that if you do follow, will allow you to take those steps the way that we have over the last 3 years to create for yourself the success that you're looking for. And that's going to look different for the 42 of you that are on this call, and anyone who, has expressed that they can't be on this call for a very particular reason, who are now watching this back. But it just far out. excites me so much to be able to gift this to you girls, what we've created, what we've just spent so long working out. What are the gaps? What do we need to give you guys so that you can actually turn what your heart desires into a reality? And so I would love to read you all. It's such an honor to be asked to read to you the vision for where Project Free the Best You is going and who it's for. So I'm going to share my screen to be able to do that so you guys can actually see, and you'll be able to see for the first time the logo that we have for this beautiful vision moving forward. So here goes. Project Free the Best You. Hey, beautiful. Yes, you. Have you ever felt like you were destined for so much more? We are calling ambitious women to rise. Women who are feeling trapped by society's expectations. Women who are done with dimming their light. Women who are fed up with not earning their worth. This is your time to take full control of your circumstances and dramatically increase your wealth through the badass business model of the 21st century. We have created a step-by-step guide to eliminate overwhelm and launch your network marketing business into momentum. We have been waiting for you. We are Project Free the Best You. So that is the vision for where we're going, the vision for what we're creating, and the vision of who this is for. So I'd love to share a bit more with you why this means so much to me. So I just touched on the fact that I've been on my network marketing journey for 3 years, and prior to network marketing I went to uni and I ticked all the right boxes to earn my degree, and I really felt like I was killing it, to be honest. Like I really felt like I had found what I needed to be doing. And I had no idea about network marketing. It really wasn't on my radar. I just had no vision for my life that looked anything like what network marketing looks like until I tried a product that was distributed through the network marketing business model. And that product was a nutritional cleansing system of Isogenics. And that product alone transformed my health in more ways than I have time to describe to you all on this call tonight. I've lost 25 kilos and maintained it. I sleep better than I ever have. I have more energy than I ever knew was possible. And I've found a balance within myself and my relationship to food that I never knew existed. And so as a result of my passion for these products, I started to naturally share them with people. And I was so inspired by the results that I was helping other people achieve that I started to look deeper into the network marketing industry. And what I uncovered was that this industry is something that doesn't get talked about enough, but something that can produce results far beyond anything I ever knew that was possible. And so I started to share organically more and more with people these products, and I started to earn an income through Isogenics inside of that business model of network marketing. And I failed and I stuffed it up and I word vomited on people and I had no idea what I was doing and I was scared, but I still took the action anyway. And so what started to happen, I started to gain some momentum. I started to find women who also loved the products, but who loved the idea of being able to earn an income from anywhere through sharing a product that they love. And so that's where I really started to grasp the enormity of what the network marketing industry could provide for women like me who didn't want to conform to what society said that I had to do, which was the very reason why I went to university for 6 years. And so why this means so much to me, why Free the Best You and this step-by-step guide that we've spent so long creating means so much to me, is because I've had tremendous success over the last 3 years. I've managed to earn and build a business that pays me a multiple six-figure residual income every single week. But it's no fun having that income if I don't have people around me that have that same income and the same level of freedom. And so we wanted to create something so that we could teach you exactly, we could take all the guesswork out of it. We could take all the confusion out of it. It's just a step-by-step guide, a simple guide for you to build your dream inside of network marketing. And that's why we've really created this, and that's why we've launched it. So I just couldn't be more excited to partner with you guys, whoever's ready on this journey. So that's me for a bit. But Sarah, I'll pass it over to you, babe.
Thanks, Bianca. That was so beautiful. I love hearing you speak because I know how much of a difference it's made to your life, and I'm so grateful to have met you because, oh my gosh, so Project Free the Best You. So many emotions come up for me around this beautiful, beautiful beautiful tribe of women that we have created out of nothing. Okay, so a little bit about me. So before I even found Isagenix, before I became a part of this beautiful community, I was really lost in the sense that I didn't feel like I fitted in anywhere. And so that was always something that I was looking for, because I didn't have a group of women who I could know that I could just call on, who I knew had my back with. And I know there's going to be a couple of you girls sitting on this call, you know, sitting in the same position that I used to be in, because I knew that, like, that whole vision for more, I knew that I had so much to give. I knew that I had so much inside of me. I just didn't know where to channel my passion. I didn't know where to, you know, I didn't know how to fuel my fire, essentially. And network marketing and Isagenix, completely reprogrammed my body in terms of my health, losing 13 kilos, you know, having a clear mind, all that kind of stuff. Most of you girls know what it does for you in terms of products. But in terms of network marketing, like, it was a double opportunity to create any life that I wanted, which I have done. But I think the number one thing would be to bring all of us together. And I'm going to touch on this later on the call, but I love working with you guys. I love working with women. I love to be able to collaborate. I love to be able to, you know, help mentor and coach people. And I know that there's so many of you girls on this call. It's like it's about to jump out of your heart. I know you have it in you to do that. And this is why I love Free the Best You, because it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter, you know, what background you have right now. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what color you are. Like, anyone can do this. All you need to do is have a fire and a desire burning inside of you to have more, to want more, to help more, to contribute more, and to really work hard. Because I don't know any other profession, I don't know any other industry that rewards you as much as in network marketing and Isagenix. And I have not seen another compensation plan which pays you the same way as Isagenix does. And I'm just so grateful that I had enough posture to say yes to this and to really run a network marketing, because of, you know, the open-mindedness that I had at the beginning. And essentially every single one of you who's sitting on this call right now, you are open-minded. You do want more, otherwise you wouldn't be sitting here today. So I just really call every one of you to have that level of open-mindedness, and to really sit within yourself and ask yourself, you know, what do I really want? What do you really desire in this world? Because essentially this is what Project Free the Best You is going to allow you to do. And that's exactly how I feel. Like, I feel like I can be any kind of woman that I choose to be within Free the Best You inside of network marketing. And this is what we're offering you. And that is honestly my number one favorite thing about Free the Best You. You can be anyone you desire within your health, within your lifestyle, within your friendships. You can choose it all, and you can have it all. And so I'm just really, really grateful that A, we've all come together as a collective, and B, you all have the opportunity to sit here and to really decide for yourself, because Project Free the Best You, it's going to allow you to create anything that you want. So thanks, B. I think I'll hand it over to Cos now.
Thanks, Sarah. Just so beautiful. And I'm sure you guys are already starting to see that, you know, all of us are coming into this from such completely different life angles, that there is no one way, you know, and there's no one way of sharing Isagenix or building your own network marketing empire. You know, there really is just no one way. Your life doesn't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be lacking. You just have to want more. And for me, I had left university and qualified as a midwife and had gone straight into the workforce. And for me, I really felt like I had found my calling. Women's health for me was just such a huge passion. And I was one of the youngest people in the UK to qualify as a midwife. I was literally just 21. And I stepped into it and I just felt this burning passion in my heart that I was contributing, I was giving back, and it was with women. And that was just something that has always been such a huge passion for me. But after 8 years of working shift work, I just hit an all-time burnout. And I know a few of you on this call work shifts, and I know some of you have been in healthcare professionals as well. And really for me, there was just I started to feel like a real lack of identity. I thought, oh my gosh, like I've always identified as a health professional in women's health, you know, like I just shared. And as it got to a point where I thought, what's going to be next for me? You know, what am I going to do? I can't do this till I'm 40, 50, 60. Who knows what age I'm ever going to be able to retire when you're earning a salary that's just paying the bills. For me, I was really starting to just feel pretty lost. And so I was blessed that I was introduced to Isogenics by my husband, who has always been a stand for me. And he found this program for the products for me to support my body in working these shifts. And I had a radical shift in my physical body, in my emotional body, in my mindset. And then I was introduced a couple of months later to the most phenomenal community of men and women. But I met some of my best friends, Bianca, Sarah, Rachel, and loads more of you that are on the call. And so I really started to see through the network marketing model how I could still be a massive contributor to women's health, how I could still lead a tribe of women towards their own freedoms in their body. But not only that, I was able to just stop being just over broke with my salary. I was able to contribute into more women's health charities. I was able to, you know, contribute more of my time to people. I was able to be more valuable in relationships and friendships with people that were just so lacking from my exhaustion. And I really started to see a massive possibility for how my life could look. And I really just felt my heart just start to explode. And I can really feel that those emotions that Bianca was, you know, really displaying at the beginning. It's really emotional to be on this call with 45 of you on here. It's everything we've been working for such a long time. And I really feel that this is a channel now that we're able to move forwards with you powerful women. When I'm just looking back at the screen at some real freaking powerful women. And if someone had said that to me at the beginning, I would have doubted it. I didn't really feel that person. But what Free the Best You has really, really done for me is just be able to step into the power of who I really can be. Sorry to be so emotional, but it's true. It's been such a radical, huge shift for me in my life. I've been able to not have to work shift work anymore. I've been able to release myself and free myself from having to work shifts to really be able to get by in my life anymore. And so to be able to deliver this and share this with ease for you guys to not have to go through so much of the struggle, I just cannot wait to gift you this. I cannot wait to gift you this. And to be with the leadership of so many incredible mentors in this team who have had years of experience, and to be able to see you guys, just those of you that are ready to just reignite and relight your passion for life and be able to, like Sarah said, contribute on whatever level that you want to contribute in your life. You may have dreams inside of you that have been a little bit dulled because you've been conditioned to those societal norms that we are just not about we just do not stand for that BS. You just don't stand for that. And so that's exactly what we are stepping forwards into. And I'm just, as you can tell, super passionate that more people hear about that. So I'm going to pass you on to Rachel to share more about what this means to her as well.
Thank you, girls. Wow, I am going to do my best not to cry, but that might be a bit tricky. So when I looked at the screen this evening and saw all your faces, there was a quote that came up so strong for me, and that is that the world will be changed by the Western woman. And since I was a little girl, I have always known that we were all going to make a massive impact, and not just me, the people that I met in my lifetime. We're going to make a massive impact on this planet, but I just never knew how. And so lots of you actually don't know my story, but sorry, I'm like shaking, so I'm just gonna. I worked 10 years in corporate and was so lost. And when Sarah talked about being lost, like, I didn't know who I was anymore after working with a very male-dominated environment, going out and partying way too much, and really not knowing who I was and why I'd been sent here. And it was, when I found Isogenics, I was one of those people that didn't think I needed the products, but it was amongst experiencing the community that I found what I was looking for, and that I've been looking for since as long as I could remember. And obviously had my own health transformation, as we all did. But when I went to Celebration in 2015 and I saw Peter Kelly speak on stage, it was like she reached inside me and switched a light on that I didn't know was there. And I know that each of you have that inside you to be able to do that to other women as well. So that's why I love Project Free the Best You so much, because everything that we have, everything that you need to complete this curriculum, you already have inside you. Sorry, my nose is running. And I always knew that I had in me, even if it was just like a tiny, tiny spark that was like so dimmed out by society. You can just never deny that it's there. You can never deny it. And it's always that glimmer of hope. There's days when you're like, really like, what am I doing? But that tiny, tiny bit of hope is reignited inside this community. And that's what it brought to me. And then through that, I met, my best friends, and I've been able to give back more than I ever thought possible. My heart just opens up more and more the more time I spend with all of you. I feel truly humbled to be part of this. And I can't wait to see what we create. But what I do know is that it definitely takes courage, and it definitely takes a lot of work, but the other side of what's possible is so worth it. It's so worth it. And yesterday, something that I'm really passionate about is rubbish. Like, if anybody knows me intimately, they'll know like I'm fucking crazy about rubbish. And we spent 14 hours at a festival picking up rubbish. We collected 50 bags of rubbish that would have gone into landfill if we hadn't have been there. And I didn't have to ask anyone if I could go do that. I didn't have to speak to a boss and request time off work. I used to get anxiety about asking to have time off. And I know there's some of you that will be on the want to be able to do such and such on such a date, but am I going to be allowed to? And I want you all to have that freedom. I want us all to be able to do whatever it is. If you want to go pick up rubbish, then fine. But whatever it is, go to the beach with your kids, because you can choose to, because you don't have to answer to anyone, because you weren't sent here to have to answer to someone who pays you $25 an hour. I'm sorry. So that's what Project Free the Best You is for me. That's what network marketing is for me. That's what Isogenics is for me. And I can't wait till there's 500 people on this call. So that's all I need to say. Love you all.
You're such a powerhouse, Rachel Lady. I tell you what, she's small, but she is mighty. And I'm sure you can just get a sense of pure emotion so much from each of our shares. And we definitely haven't invited you onto this call so we can cry and share that. But I think you can really just see the pure passion that comes from all four of us, who we may have shifted something within you with our stories and our sharing there. You might be just starting to feel something coming up for you. You might be really starting to notice a difference. with where your mind is taking you already, with the possibilities that you might be creating for yourself and your life already amongst the sharing. And our 4 stories are just 4 stories out of over 600,000 people around the world that use Isogenics. And so, you know, what we can start to see is there is a radical shift to be had on the planet. And like Rachel said, that has been said time and time again, that is going to be the radical shift of the planet is going to be through the Western woman. And that is every single one of you sitting on this call, and so many hundreds more people that are in your communities and in your lives. And so, you know, you might even be sitting there going, whoa, this is all a little bit too much for me. This might be way beyond your comfort zone. You might be thinking, how is it, how could this possibly be me? You might be thinking, I've got these dreams, but yet I don't know how to impact them, and they're just going to remain as dreams. And I vividly remember being told that a bitchiness of working only with women is because you're only working with women, because I've only ever worked with women. And I thought, that is just not, it's just not on. It's just not possible. It's just not possible. And I know I'm not the only one that ever heard that. And yeah, like, you know, like Nat's saying, as a nurse, as a nurse, you would have very much heard the same thing. And we're about growth. We're about development and supporting each other, pulling each other up, becoming better leaders, becoming better women in our communities, better women in our relationships, better women that stand, and like Rachel so beautifully shared, being able to find what is you're so passionate about and run with it. Just run with whatever it is that you want to run with, but to have the impact of residual income, so that you have choice, because residual income equals choice. It's time freedom, and that means choice and being able to choose what life you live, and not just having to live a life that society has said live within your means, and this is you until you retire, you know, and then you can enjoy your life. And so what I just really want to bring to you guys is, if you just feel that your light inside of you has just been dimmed, and it's been dimmed for, it might only be months, it might be years, we're giving you that permission to really start to reignite that light and start to really rediscover your passions and link arms with these 45 other people that have got on this first call. Because like Rach has said, there's going to be hundreds of people on these calls as we do them throughout the year. Every time we take a new influx of women that want to join and take part in our curriculum, as you see more women having more success in this industry, these calls are going to get packed out. And just to see you guys being the first pinnacle leaders to come through, yeah, it just sets our souls totally on fire. And so I just ask you to just dig deep. And the girls are going to share a little bit more with you, with maybe that little inkling of flame that's starting to come up again, exactly what taking part in this curriculum is all about. I'm going to pass.
Thanks, Coz. So I remember when I was a little girl, my mum said to me, you know, darling, you're going to have to work hard in your life. That's just a fact. But the power comes from choosing working hard in something that's going to actually give you the outcome that you want. And I always remember that. And I believe that all of you on here are that powerful woman that wants to work hard and they want to create a life for themselves. And so I guess before I share with you what it would take to be part of this curriculum, is ask yourself, is what you're doing right now, is how hard you're working right now, is that going to give you the life that you want? Because I had to ask myself that question around the, you know, profession that I was previously in, and the answer was just flat out no. And that's why network marketing was so attractive to me, because the harder that I worked in network marketing, the more I could create for myself. And so I feel now, as a result of the success that I've been able to create in network marketing, it's my obligation, it's my duty to pass on the knowledge that I have to you. It's my duty to do that, because who am I to have success and know how I've created it and not be able to pass that on to you? And so the four of us, what we've done is picked the four of our brains and put literally like taken hours upon hours and hours. What do we do when this happens? What do we do when this happens? What happens when someone says this? How do we go out and share Isagenix with people? We have written that all down in a step-by-step process that you can follow, that you can implement. But it's going to take consistency. And that's why I started this piece with that quote, because you have to work. You work already. I would say there's not one of you on this call that doesn't work. So you're already working at something. So this is going to take work. Like Rach said, it takes courage and it takes work. And the biggest thing that I have been in the last 3 years to create the success that I've had is been consistent. I've shown up for my dreams and for the life that I want every fucking day. Like every day I've shown up because I want it that bad. I want that life for myself that bad. I want to get away from someone else owning my time and owning my life, and that sick, anxious feeling that Rach was talking about. I wanted to get away from that so freaking bad that I've shown up every day for 3 years. Consistency is what will have you have success in network marketing. And so who this curriculum is for people who feel like the time is now for them to be consistent in creating the life that they want. And if you don't feel like you're ready to be consistent, and Rachel's going to touch on this, that's okay. But this is just not the time for you. This is not the time for the woman who wants to stay in their comfort zone. This is not the program for you. This program is going to push you. It's going to push you to be a woman that you probably don't even know yourself as right now. Because I can tell you, you would have walked past me in the street 3 years ago and I wouldn't even look like a skerrick of the woman that I look like now. The woman that I have had to grow into, that I've chosen to grow into, to be able to lead a team of 4,500, to be able to earn an income so that I can live the lifestyle that I want, is a far cry different from the woman that started out 3 years ago. So this is for the women who are ready to push themselves, who aren't afraid to take themselves on, who aren't afraid to be coached. Because if your ego is still got if it's still got you at its both hands right now, then you're going to have to be ready to let that go, because if you're not coachable through this, then once again, it's not your time. This is for women who want to create an epic life for themselves. This is for the women who want to be that influential woman in their life, who want to be able to speak and influence people, who want to be able to have an impact on other women, who want to be able to have women look at them and say, because of you, I've been able to realize this dream that I've had in my heart. Because of you and you not giving up on me, I haven't given up on myself. This is for the women who are 10 out of 10 committed right now to creating that for themselves. So if you feel like you are ready, if you're ready to cut the crap and you're ready to stop playing in the bullshit game that you've been playing in, then the time is now for you. And if it's not, it's so okay. We're not here to force or pressure or anything like that for anyone. But we are here to lift up and support and link arms with the women who want to create the life that we know how to create. Because I promise you, if you commit every day showing up in this curriculum and you partner with the group of women who are ready to take on the curriculum and you complete the curriculum, you won't recognize yourself and you won't recognize the results that you've created for yourself. I promise you that. So that's who this is for. Thanks, Sarah.
Wow, B. That was amazing. You said that so perfectly. So I just want you all to think about right now, about your current situation in terms of who you're working with. We all do work. We all either go to a job or have our own businesses. I just want you to think about right now who you're working with, and do you want to be working with those people? Because before Isagenix, I didn't have a choice to choose who I worked with and who I got to do life with. I got told who I worked with, what I had to do, when I had to do it. And right now, right here, Project Free the Best You is going to allow you to choose all of that. And I am like, this is like the number one thing for me. Like I said before, I cannot believe the fact that I get to choose who I get to work with, and not this whole opportunity inside network marketing in terms of lifestyle, in terms of contribution. Putting that aside, you get to choose who you spend your time with to do all of that. It's actually phenomenal. If you guys actually sit in that, actually think about it for a minute. Has anyone else given you an opportunity to choose who you get to work with? It's actually phenomenal. Like, this is us, right? Bianca, Sarah, Rachel, Corin. We've got 10 years experience put together in network marketing for all of you as a collective to be coached on. And we're giving that to you because people gave it to us at the beginning, all right? But we have co-created a step, like Bianca said, a step-by-step curriculum to help you get there with ease. All right, at the beginning, we didn't have that. We've been tripping over. We've been making mistakes. We've been screwing up. We've done all that. And you are going to do that along the way as well. But I really want you guys to understand that you're going to be partnering with us to create the life of your dreams. And I know that sounds cliche, and you might be sitting there being like, yeah, really, like, that's amazing that you can say that, Sarah, because you're kind of living in that right now. But you if you guys knew me 2.5 years ago, I was much the same as Rach. I was lost as fuck. Like, did not know who I was at all. I didn't have friendships, but really, like, drinking buddies. Like, they weren't real friendships. And I'm telling you right now that you get to choose who to do life with. You get to choose all of that. You are in control here. It's not Bianca, it's not Sarah, it's not Corin, it's not Rachel. You are in control. And I think that is by far the biggest thing that anyone has ever given me. Here, Sarah, here are the keys to your life. You can go and do what you want with it. This is the opportunity that we're giving you. You're the co-creator. You get to decide. You get to choose. You get to design every single step along the way. It's not just a bunch of health products that you tell people about. And I know you guys might be sitting there thinking that, but it's not. And at the beginning, I thought it was, until I started to meet people, until I started to go to events, until I started to look into the company and understand what network marketing was as an industry. And we are so lucky in ICGS. I cannot stress that enough in terms of the community and the friendships that we have, like, at our fingertips. I can't even tell you guys. Like, I would not be here if it wasn't for Corin, if it wasn't for Rachel, if it wasn't for Bianca. Like, I would not be here, because the friendships are what has kept me in the game. Because that's what I truly value most in life, are the people who I spend it with. And like Bianca said, I don't really want to have a luxurious life if I can't spend it with anyone, if I don't have real, true, raw friendships, people who actually care about me. And I tell you guys that I can't even see how many people on this call, but I heard maybe 45. Like, that is phenomenal. You've got 45 other women who are going to have your back. They're going to be able to do calls with you. They're going to be able to do meetings with you. They're going to be able to help you express the way you feel to other people. You're going to be able to go on, trips of your lifetime with these people. You're going to be able to create memories with all of these girls on this call, and you probably don't even know who all of them are. You probably don't even know who I am. But I'm going to tell you, we're going to be best friends because we're on the same journey. We have the same values. We have the same purpose. We're living the same life because we all want the same things. And I want you guys to really understand how powerful that is. And ask yourself, has anyone ever offered you this before? Not the products, not just the fact that you get to earn an unlimited income, but the fact that you get to meet your best friends and you get to work with them for the rest of your life. And you get paid outstanding amounts of money for it if you choose to work hard, if you choose to take it on, if you choose to put 2 feet in, if you choose to be able to grow, if you choose to get outside your comfort zone. This is what we're offering you, and I really want you guys to get that because it's so freaking powerful. And we just want to be really honest and raw and real with you guys, because this isn't something that you play small in. This is something where you really take ownership of and you start to change your freaking life. So I'm going to pass on to you, Rach.
Whew. Pretty epic so far. I'm just like sitting here in awe of everyone and the space that's being created by all of you, because I want you girls to know that we get to be who we are inside of who you are. That's always how it goes. So just going off the back of what Bianca said about is what you're doing, you might be saying on this call, like, I absolutely love my job. Like, I am so in love with what I do. I wake every morning and I'm like pumped to go to work. Obviously that wasn't me, but that doesn't mean that isn't you. But the question really is, you know, is it going to give you the life you want? Because maybe you want to take a year's sabbatical and go travel South America, or go work with kids in Kenya, or set up elephant reserves in Thailand. Like, maybe there's, you know, other stuff that you want to do that isn't available to you through your job right now. And that's what I want you girls to be thinking about. The other question really is it in alignment for you to do the curriculum right now? And the reason I say that is because for me personally, I like wish someone had got on a call like this with me 3 years ago, because I wanted it from like the get-go. Like, as soon as I went to that event, I wanted it. But I know there's people that come into this that don't feel that way like I did. And so maybe your biggest alignment right now, and the question I ask myself, you know, alignment might sound a bit woo-woo, but the question I ask myself is, does it feel good? Because your ego could be going crazy right now, going like, oh my God, this is so confronting. Yes, your ego is probably going to do that for the rest of your life. But does it feel good? Does the environment feel good? Does what we're talking about feel good? Do you feel like this is something that's going to give you what you're looking for? When we talk, does there like that in the pit of your stomach, that feeling of like home? Because if there is that, then maybe it's something that you want to do. But if you feel like it's not for you right now, that's okay. And that's what I'm here to say, is that there's nothing wrong with not doing it right now. What's not in alignment is going, I'm going to do it because everyone else is doing it. We've all done that in life, right? I'm going to play sport because everyone else is playing sport, when actually we don't really like playing sport very much. I'm going to go to the gym because everyone else goes to the gym, when actually it doesn't feel good to go to the gym. You know, you've got to ask yourself, like, what do I want right now? Do I want this? And if so, then that's awesome. You need to just speak to the person that invited you onto the call. There'll be someone that invited you to join us this evening. So message them and say, like, I'm in, I really want to do the curriculum. And then we'll send you a template to fill out. And that's the first stage before we start this process. So I'm so excited. I know the other girls are as well. It's been, what an incredible call. I'm like so grateful that we recorded this, because like I feel like I'm just gonna, like, in 10 years time, just go back and watch this over and over again as we all grow and expand as women, and see how much we all transform. And that's one of my biggest lessons, is watching videos of myself 12 months ago and not recognizing the woman that stares back at me. So I can't wait for, before I start crying again, I can't wait for that for all of you. And yeah, if there's anything else the other girls want to say to complete, then go ahead. But if not, we're pretty much done.
Thanks, Rach. I just want to say one thing before we close it out, and that is, we're talking about complete and utter financial fucking freedom here. Like, this is what we're talking about. This is what's on the table. This is what we're dealing with. This ain't no like mum and pup kind of business right here. Like, this is hardcore stuff. So I want to finish it with that, because I want you to think about that. This is probably like nothing you've ever been offered before. As Sarah said, I certainly hadn't been offered it before, but what we're talking about is complete financial freedom, complete time freedom, lifestyle flexibility, flourishing relationships, And so just think about the type of person that you would need to be in order to really create that for yourself. And if you're ready to step into being that kind of person, then this is for you. That's all I want to say, because this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. And I want to absolutely honor each and every one of you for joining us here tonight to hear about this creation. And, you know, if it's not for you, that's so okay, because the Isagenix products are fucking phenomenal and I wouldn't go a day without them, and I would encourage you not to either. So if the time right now to build a network marketing business, to create that freedom for yourself, isn't now, and you just absolutely adore the products and you just love them, then go you and keep doing that and keep loving them. But thank you all so much for taking the time, as Corinne said at the start of the call, for taking the time at 7 p.m. This won't be the time that we will be having the continual calls. It just worked right now to have it for this week. So thank you, because I understand that we do have mums on here and it's not always the best time, 7 p.m. So thank you for making that commitment, because, you know, success ain't always served to you on a silver platter. Sometimes you have to get uncomfortable. You have to do things that aren't convenient. And I sure as hell have done some things that haven't been convenient over the last 3 years, but that's the price you pay for the freedom that I get to live every day. So thank you so much. And I can't wait to hear from as many of you who are ready to do this right now. And just, it's saying someone raised their hand. So whoever's raising their hand, if you've got a question, then go for it, because I can't see who it is. It just says Galaxy.
That might have been a mistake.
No, that was a mistake.
Might have been a mistake. That's okay. And Nikki, I just saw your message pop in there. Can't wait to hear more about it. So I'll just touch again just a wee bit just before we jump off, that the next step, if you feel that this curriculum is what you want to join us in, we're starting on Monday, the 8th of January. Our Facebook page that we'll only be adding people into as they start the curriculum. And so if your timing is right now and this is you and you're ready to just take the bull by the horns and see where, you know, going hard into it, really committed, ready for change, we're starting Monday. So the next step is whoever invited you onto the call is going to send you a template with your contact details. And we're going to send you out a questionnaire that's just going to touch a little bit more about the curriculum. And you're going to get that, you can get that questionnaire back to us immediately. You can get it back to us by Sunday. And we're starting Monday. And you'll just be sent each step as it comes up. So step 1, step 2, step 3, as you complete one step, you get the next step. And it's going to go so on and so forth like that. That's how it's going to look. So you've got between now and Sunday evening to make your decision, and we're going to have multiple times throughout the year where we will be taking in new intakes. So don't feel like if the timing for you isn't right now that it's all over. You know, it really is about the right time for you. So I know Cez wants to say one more thing and then we're closing up. So that's all from me. But to those of you who I invited onto the call, I'd love to just catch up with you as well, as I'm sure B, Rach and Cez would all love to do, catch up with you at some point between now and Monday. So again, thanks so much for all of your time.
Thanks, Coz. I just want to leave you girls with one last thing. Okay. I just want you to think about your current situation, right? A, in your health, but B, seriously, like in your financial situation and how happy you are living day to day. Because most people don't ask you, hey, are you happy? Asked me that before. And there was not an alternative for me. It was either this or live a really unhappy, unfulfilled life for me. That's how I felt. And I was willing to get outside of my comfort zone to create that happiness and to create that fulfillment in other people. and to work hard. I was so committed to working hard. So, you know, if not this, and if it's not, it's totally fine. There is nothing wrong with that. But if not this, what is the alternative? I want to leave you girls with that question. Okay, we all love you, Bianca, myself, Corin, and Rach. Like, we created this for you. We created this for you, and I just really hope that whatever decision you make it powerfully. You don't make it out of obligation. You don't make it because you feel like you have to, but you make it because you want to, and you are choosing to for yourself and, you know, for your future self. So we love you girls, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Good night.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.